A very good morning everyone. Welcome again in your science class. Hope you all are doing well. So in our previous class we were done with synthetic fibers and types of synthetic fibers. So today we are going to start with our next topic, that is plastics. So first of all, let's understand what are plastics. As you already familiar with many plastic things that you use every day at your homes. Okay, basically plastic is also a polymer as that of synthetic fiber. We know that synthetic fiber is also a polymer. So like that synthetic fiber, plastics are also a polymers, right? All plastics have different kind of arrangement. Some have linear arrangement. Two types of arrangements are there. Some have linear arrangement and some have cross-linked arrangement. Basically linear arrangement is, or we can also say that linear polymer means a continuous chain of same unit, right? We know that what are polymers? Plastics are also polymers. So poly means many and mer means unit. When a same kind of unit combine in a chain, then they are known as linear arrangement, or we can say that linear polymer. For example, suppose this is your one unit, right, and same unit again and again combine together in a linear chain, and this arrangement is your like this. Many units are combined together and form a linear arrangement, right? So these are your linear polymer, or we can say that the linear arrangement of plastics. This is a continuous chain, or we can say that continuous arrangement, right? Continuous arrangement, that is units one unit, and this is your another unit of same type, means units are arranged linearly, right? Now next is your cross-linked arrangement. So cross-linked arrangement, or we can say that cross-linked polymers. Cross-linked arrangement of plastics or cross-linked polymers means one polymer chain is linked with another polymer chain, right? That is three-dimensional structure. This is your one-dimensional structure, means एक ही chain में आपके units combine कर रहे हैं और उन्होंने linear polymer बनाया, right? Suppose there is another linear chain like this. This is your first linear chain and this is your second linear chain. Like this, there can be also another linear chain, and all these chains are linked together also. ये इसके साथ भी linked होंगी, right? So this is your cross-linked arrangement and this is your three-dimensional arrangement, or we can say that cross-linked arrangement of plastics or cross-linked polymers, right? So you already know that articles made up of plastics are available in variety of shapes, right? There are many types of plastic things which are available in different types of shapes, or we can say that different can be available in different sizes. Have you ever think how this is possible? Plastics can be easily moldable. We can mold plastic in any form, in any shape, right? Plastic can be recycled, plastic can be reused and easily meltable. We can melt easily plastic, right? Rolled into sheets, plastic can be rolled into sheets and can be made into wires also. That's why it can be available in such a variety of uses, which you can see at your homes, that various types of things are made up of plastics. For example, let us take an example of polythene, which is a very common example of plastic, right? Polythene is also a plastic. Poly means many. It is also polymer, right? Poly means many, and ethene. Ethene is your chemical, right? So polythene is prepared by the combination of many units of ethene. When many units of ethene are combined together, then they make polythene, right? Poly plus ethene means many units of ethene are combined to make polythene. One another important thing about plastic is that, as you see many times, that some plastic articles can bend easily. Some can bend easily, but some plastic articles can break when forced to bend. Some can bend easily, but some cannot be bent. If we force to bend them, they can break, right? So there are two types of plastics, one which can be bent easily and one which cannot bend easily. If we force to bend them, then they can break, right? Now let us understand those two types of plastics. So there are two types of plastics, one is thermoplastic and second one is your thermosetting plastics. Now let's firstly understand what are thermoplastics. Plastics are the plastics which can bend easily, right? Those things which can bend easily and made up of plastics. It means the plastic used here is a thermoplastic, right? And thermoplastics can be deformed easily, means एक फॉर्म से दूसरी फॉर्म में easily change होता है वो. For example, polythene, PVC, P full form of PVC is polyvinyl chloride. As you all know that the electric wires are coated with a plastic that is known as polyvinyl chloride, and uses are for making toys. Thermoplastics are used for making toys, combs and containers, right? So as you know that thermoplastics can be deformed easily. Deformed means, as you know that if you add hot water in a plastic bottle, then it can be deformed, means उसकी shape जो होगी वो change हो जाएगी because of adding a hot water in that bottle, right? Now let us understand about thermosetting plastics, right? Thermosetting plastics are just opposite of thermoplastics. They cannot be deformed, right? If we force to bend them, then they can break. They can't be break. They can be bent easily. As you know that comb, polythene, they can be bent easily. But some plastic things cannot be bent easily, and if we force to bend them, then they can break, right? When molded ones cannot be softened by heating. अगर हम उसको एक बार mold कर देंगे तो वो दोबारा से soft नहीं आएगा, अपनी पहले वाली position में नहीं आएगा. For example, bakelite and melamine. Let us understand about bakelite and melamine. So bakelite and melamine, which are your thermosetting plastics, right? Bakelite. Bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, right? That's why bakelite is used for making electrical switches, right? The switches that are used at your homes are made up of bakelite, which is your thermosetting plastic or thermosetting polymer, right? Bakelite is also used for making handles of utensils. And next is your melamine. Melamine is heat resistant, right? ये क्या होगा? Heat resist करेगा. Melamine is heat resistant and tolerate heat better than other plastic. Melamine can easily tolerate heat. It can tolerate heat better than any other type of plastics. It is used for making floor tiles, kitchenware, right? Fabrics which resist fire. For example, your fire suit. Fire suit जो बना होता है वो किससे बनता है? Melamine, which is your thermosetting plastic, right? Let us take an example. If you take a switch, right, switch है, and try it to bend, you can notice that if you bend that switch, it cannot be bent. If force applied on that switch to bend, then it can be break. It cannot bend, but it can be break. So the plastic items or plastic articles which cannot be bent, but when force applied on them for bending, then they can break. That plastics are known as thermosetting plastics or thermosetting polymers, right? Now our next topic is plastic as a materials of choice. Means to say that many things are made up of plastics which we can use in our homes, right? So plastic जो basic need हो गई हर एक person की, because plastic is used for storing food items. Many food items are stored in plastic containers for storing water, right? For storing milk, for storing pickles, etc. and etc. right? Most of the items are stored in plastic containers. This is because of their lightweight, low price and good strength. Because of these properties, many things that we use to store food items or many articles that we use to store food items and other things are made up of plastics. Now let's understand the main characteristic properties of plastic. Characteristic property of plastic is that plastic is non-reactive in nature, means plastic do not react with water and even air as that of metals like iron. As you know that iron can easily react with air or water, right? As you know that iron get rusted when left exposed to moist and air. Because plastics have non-reactive nature, they are used to store various kind of materials and also used to store the chemicals. So this is your first characteristic and important property of plastic, that plastic is non-reactive in nature. Now our second characteristic property of plastic is that plastic is light in weight, strong and durable. As you already know that in the past time, the buckets that are used for storing water or used for bathing are made up of metals like iron or copper, etc. But today the buckets that we use in our present time are made up of plastics, right? What are the advantages of using a plastic container? Because plastic is very light, strong and durable. The buckets that are made up of metals are heavy in weight, right? And they are reactive in nature. So plastic is light in weight, strong and durable. That's why most of the containers or buckets are made up of plastics. Another important thing about plastic containers is that plastics are generally cheaper than metals. They are widely used in industries and for household articles, right? The containers made up of metals are slightly expensive as compared to the containers made up of plastics. That's why most of the articles or most of the containers are made up of plastics, right? And secondly, important thing is that they are light, strong and durable. Third important characteristic property of plastic is that plastics are poor conductor of heat and electricity, right? You have already learnt about the plastics, that plastics are poor conductor of heat and electricity. That is why many electrical wires have plastic covering, that is PVC. PVC की covering होती है plastic electrical wires में, and handles of screwdrivers are also made up of plastics, right? Now let us discuss some important things about plastics. Plastic find extensive use in the healthcare industries, right? Healthcare industry में plastic का बहुत use होता है. For example, you use tablets, right? Tablets are basically packed in plastics, right? Threads used for stitching wounds is also made up of plastic, right? Syringes that doctors use, doctors' gloves and a number of medical instruments are made up of plastics. Because plastics are non-reactive in nature, because of this reason many healthcare industries use plastics, right? Special plastic cookware is used in microwave ovens for cooking, right? In microwave oven we can't use utensils made up of metals, right? So special cookware plastics are used in microwave ovens, right? Next is non-stick coating, right? Teflon is also plastic, which is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick. Teflon पे oil Teflon, right? It is also your plastic and oil and water stick नहीं होता, do not stick. You know about non-sticky cookwares, right? So it is used for non-stick coating on cookwares. Next, fireproof plastic. As we already discussed that melamine is used for making fire suits. So there are many types of things which are made up of. Our next topic that is last topic from this chapter is plastic and the environment. Before we starting with this topic, let's understand two basic definitions, that is first one is biodegradable and second one is non-biodegradable. So, biodegradable substances are those substances which get decomposed through natural processes, that as the action by bacteria, they can adjust in our environment and cannot pollute our environment. That substances are known as biodegradable substances. But there are many substances which cannot decompose easily by the action of bacteria or by any other natural process, then that substances are known as non-biodegradable substances, and these substances which cannot decompose easily can harm our environment and can pollute our environment, right? So let's start with this topic, that is plastic and the environment. Generally plastics are non-biodegradable substances, right? Plastic cannot decompose easily. As you already know that disposal of plastic is a major issue nowadays. Why? Is when we go to the market, we usually get things wrapped in plastic packets or in polythene bags, right? But plastic cannot decompose easily. Plastic is a non-biodegradable substances. Since plastic takes several years to decompose, so it is not environmental friendly. It can harm our environment. It causes environmental pollution, right? We think that plastic can be burnt, right? Yes, plastic can be burnt, but burning process in the synthetic material is quite slow and it does not get completely burnt easily. Plastic cannot get completely burnt easily. If we burn plastic, then it releases lots of poisonous fumes into our atmosphere which can harm our environment, right? जैसे हम प्लास्टिक को हीट करते हैं तो वो क्या करता है, पॉइजनस फ्यूम्स को एटमॉस्फेयर में डेवलप करता है, जिसकी वजह से एनवायरनमेंट पॉल्यूट होता है, right? How can this problem be solved? Avoid the use of plastic as far as possible. अगर हम मार्केट जा रहे हैं, then we get many things wrapped in plastic bags or in a polythene bags, then avoid the use of plastic bags. Make use of bags made up of cotton or jute when you go for shopping, right? Because cotton and jute are biodegradable substances, it cannot harm our environment. The biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste should be collected separately and disposed of separately. Another important thing is that it is better to recycle plastic waste. जो भी plastic का waste होगा, that can be recycled and we have to recycle that plastic waste. Most of the thermoplastics can be recycled. Now lastly, another important thing is that as a responsible citizen we have to use these 4 R's. What are 4 R's? 4 R's को ध्यान में रखना है. What are 4 R's? First one is reduce, second one is your reuse, third one is your recycle, and last is your recover, right? Now let us understand one by one what are these 4 R's. First is your reduce. First one is your reduce. We must reduce the use of resources that harm our environment as much as possible and can save them for the future generation, right? We have to reduce the use of plastics, right? Second is your reuse. Resources can be reused wherever possible. We need not use the things that harm our environment on a large scale. We have to reuse them again and again to save our environment. If we reuse the things again and again, then they can save our environment up to some extent, right? One is your recycle. Recycling is also important or also good for our environment. Resources can be recycled wherever possible so that they can be used again and again, right? And last is your recover, or we can say that restore. Recover or restore. We can restore or recover resources into their original state wherever possible. So these are your 4 R's which as a responsible citizen we have to remember that. So this is all about plastics, right? And this is done with your today's class, and this is done with the chapter 3, and next we will do in our next class. Thanks, have a great day.